Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's channel and to Belle's Full Up for Survival Guide. Today is, this episode is the last episode of the Far Harbour DLC. So we have done the peaceful ending and now we need to do the final quest of the DLC Far Harbour, and that is close to home. The fate of Acadia has been decided. I should check in with Kasumi. Where is she? She's behind me. So she'll be in Acadia, and basically it's where we need to take her home and finish the case.
So, it sounds like there's going to be peace on the island. It was you, wasn't it? You found the way to fix things.
It was the right thing to do.
I can't believe people like you actually exist. Part of the reason I didn't trust Dima was because he seemed too selfless. But you're just like him. Hey, listen. So, when you first showed up, you came to get me. To bring me home. I've been thinking a lot about that. I hurt Kenji and Ray by leaving, didn't I? I could have just stayed home, pretended everything was alright, but I left them. Should I go back? They obviously still care about me. Or who they think I am. They need a daughter. They deserve to have one. Everything in Acadia has been settled. I found my answers. Maybe it's time I did something for someone else.
Okay. Let's quick save, because I cannot tell her you're not a synth without actually knowing. So let's go. No.
A lot of people out here.
I can't fucking know. Right. I can't know. Maybe I can do it after the DLC's finished. We'll do it then. We'll see if she's actually a synth. Dun dun dun. Yeah, no, we're just gonna convince her to go home now. Right.
Kasumi, please listen to me. You're not a synth. You're the real Kasumi. You're their daughter.
That's the thing, isn't it? Now I'll never really know. That idea is always going to be there, somewhere in the back of my mind. But you're right. I'm real enough, aren't I? Maybe that's all anyone can be sure of. I need to start packing, and I should start saying goodbye to everyone. Thank you for everything. Maybe I'll see you back in the Commonwealth?
I've been told the Valentine Detective Agency signs are an eyesore, but they sure bring in the business.
Alright, let's see if Nick has anything.
All you gotta do is ask.
Nope. Alright. So, we now need to go back to the Nakano residence in the Commonwealth and speak to Mr. Nakano, sorry. Not Akano, Nakano. Well, it sounded like an advertisement, you know. It's not avocado, it's avocado. Oh, just don't listen to me. I'm doing my funny things. Anyway, so yeah, Far Harbour, I would say it's one of my favourite DLCs. So this is kind of a review now as we're finishing. I would say it's one of my favourite DLCs. I like Nuka World, yes. I like it to a certain point, and then I just go, no, I'm checked out. The whole point of Fallout is that it gives you choice. Like this, you have so many different choices. Yes, I don't really like the island. I find that you can't really explore it easily because I just think there's so much fog that I can't see much. But then again, if there wasn't a lot of fog, I think what are people complaining about? I like the factions. I like how they bring the Children of Atom into it and connect it with Fallout 3. I kind of like Dima. I kind of like how this starts with Nick Valentine, with his case, and it ends like with him finding his brother. Like, I like that connection. I just think it's a good connection. You know, the monsters are pretty good. They add a couple new ones. It would have been cool to have like a toad or something. You know, I do think the actual decor could have been a bit more like more fisherman-y. I know that they added a lot, like they added barn building, I think possibly warehouse. Don't think it was a warehouse though, but they added barn building, which was really good because I used that a lot. But I kind of wish like the decoration and was a bit better. I don't like how you can't have food and drink bars at places like in Longfellow's thing. That brings me back to Longfellow. I love him as a character. I think he was a really good character. Really difficult to like get to thingy, but as I said, if you just continue doing them repeatable things that he likes, or if you do want to destroy the nucleus, then by all means do that with him and he will love you for it. Yeah, I just really like this DLC, to be fair. I like the people in it as well. You know, I like this whole area. Except for fucking Alan Lee, I think he's a dick. But there's nothing really more to say. I like all this shit. I wish there was a bit more, like, on the ocean, perhaps. You know? Like, a bit more, you know, just like a little island around everywhere that you can explore on. You know, I wish there was a bit more civilization. But then again, it wouldn't, you know, I think that would just add a bit more gameplay. But I actually do think if it did that, it wouldn't make sense. It would be cool if there was like a boat community though. Like that would have been good. Knowing what these people are like with boats, there should be like a little settlement off the back way, just with some random people and a few 2-3 quests, and it would they'd literally have like a ton of boats strung together. That would have been a cool little addition. I probably would have really liked it. The characters are a bit cool. But hey, it's only a small thing. I actually also really like, now if we go to the main storyline, I love that main storyline. You find Kasumi because she believes she's a synth. They don't confirm it, which pisses me off. But yeah, and I like how you obviously go back there, you're finding the clues, and it feels like a proper detective case, which is really good. And I like the interactions it has with Nick Valentine, you know, what he says about it. I love it when your companions do that, to be fair. There's Kasumi, I love how she just beat me here. I like the factions, I like Dima's connection, even though I think Dima's a bit of a weird character. He's trying to be good, but he's done so bad, he's like a politician. But yeah, so let's see what happens when we return with Kasumi.
Mom? Dad? I'm home.
Kasumi? Oh my god, my baby is okay.
Welcome back home, Kasumi.
It's good to be home.
You saved my daughter. Thank you.
Are you all gonna be okay now?
Yes, you have made our family whole again.
If any of you ever need help again, you know where to find us.
Kasumi, does this mean you know we're your parents, right? You're not a synth.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused. I wanted to go somewhere. Anywhere.
It's okay, Kasumi. You're home now.
Listen to Kasumi next time, Kenji. Don't just try to keep her safe. Talk to her.
I know. I will. I was holding on so tightly, I almost lost her. There's one last thing you and I need to discuss. Your reward for bringing my daughter home safely. We don't have much to offer, but my father traveled the Commonwealth. He had quite the collection before he died. I buried it all near the house. I'm not the explorer he was. I don't need them. I think they would be better with you.
Now, you can refuse it, but I wouldn't.
Thank you, Kenji.
You've earned it. You traveled far and back to get me answers. Thank you again. You saved my family. We won't forget that.
See you around, Kenji.
Goodbye, Nick. Best of luck to you and your partner in the future.
Okay, so let's have a quick.
Kasumi.
Thank you for everything. We're a family again. This is how it should be. I never realized before what I put Kenji and Ray through. How much they've lost.
Hey, Kasumi.
It's good to be back. I have a lot of projects in the boathouse.
Excuse me, Mrs. Nakano.
Thank you so much. Kasumi is home, and I'll make sure Kenji gives her some space to breathe.
Kenji, where'd you go? Oh, that's Nick. Kenji! Sounds like a dog. Kenji! Where the fuck did he go, man? Did he literally just like disappear on me? She's there. Oh, I think that was in there. No, that was her. There he
I
is.
brought my little girl home safely.
Okay, so we now need to speak to Ellie, Nick, and we need to dig up these supplies. So if you go over here, I love this house. Like, I would live here myself. Maybe put some defences though. If you go over here, it's a little outhouse. You need to dig up the supplies. Well, come on then. Okay, there we go. I think a little treasure. So we get a irradiated, boosted, fiery, improved automatic plasma rifle. That's a mouthful. It has 50 points additional radiation damage. Get 800 caps, some ammo, a few bits of junk, and little
Building a
bits of
collection
armor.
or something?
So we need to speak to Nikki.
Hey.
I'm listening.
A word.
Hey, Valentine.
This line of work, you have to expect the unexpected. Still, I've got to admit, I've never had a case quite like Kasumi's.
Never.
Really? Never?
Well, there was that time I got hired by someone who'd been frozen in a vault for 200 years. That one's been a doozy so far. I'm glad things ended as well as they have. The Nakanos are a happy family again. As much as anyone around here can be.
Good.
Hey,
Got something for me?
your thoughts?
You're one hell of a partner.
Oh, thank you. That was really sweet. So, yeah, that's kind of it. You can go back to Far Harbour and explore as much as you want. Trade, speak to the people there, that there will not be any more quests. I'm like 90% sure there shouldn't be any more quests after that. Where's Ellie? She's over here. When you do go back and you see Dima, if you've got Nick as a companion, they will have these like brotherly conversations. Like they had one about Demon said, like, how are you? Nick said, I'm good, I've not woken up to any missing parts. And then Demon says, I stopped counting how many parts they had. Bad actuators, bad this and bad that. And then they laughed about it. So they'll have them little cute conversations, which is kind of nice. And then other than that, that's it. If you haven't completed all the quests that you may have noticed that were in this videos or this playthrough, then you can always go back and have a go at them. And now we just need to speak to Ellie and close the case.
You're back. How did everything go with the Nakano case?
I tracked Kenji's daughter to a synth refuge up north, near Far Harbor. She's back home, safe and sound.
That's great. We don't often get to bring people good news. It's a nice change of pace. Thanks for coming in for this one. I knew something good was happening when you and Nick started working together. Don't be a stranger, Gumshoe.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're giving our friend here all the credit.
Just keeping you on your toes, Nick.
That's funny. That's funny indeed. I always forget to pick that one up. I swear to God, I picked it up like 3 different times. So yeah, that was the end of the Far Harbour DLC. Now we're gonna have 2 more DLCs. You know, we've already done Automatron, we've done Far Harbour. The next one we're gonna do is the Vault-Tec one. It's kind of a mixture between settlement building and an actual add-on. And then after that we're gonna do Nuka World, which is a very large DLC. And it kind of, yeah, it's a very large DLC. I think it's probably
So it's true then?
slightly bigger, than
Great cause.
you know, the Far Harbour DLC. But we'll see when we get there. So thank you for watching. I do hope you liked this video, and I do hope you liked all the other DLC videos. Don't forget to check my settlement building guide for the Far Harbour settlements. I've only done 1 so far, but they aren't as important as the main videos. So thank you for watching. This is Belle, and I hope you join us where we go and explore or build our own vault in the Vault-Tec workshop. Goodbye.